What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Chargers line of scrimmage. We got the dub. We are now 2-0 for the first time since 2012. Things feel good. Let's just talk about the win, First of all, I think, you know what? For the first time, and I think in a long time, I think this team finally has a culture. It's really showing in the locker room videos. Man, to see the hype, to see everyone get so hyped about Quentin Johnston, man. I think it's honestly awesome for him. The way to see how loud and proud everyone seems in this locker room, to see the run culture that's taking over, and I feel like that's just something we have lacked for so long being Chargers fans, and under the Brandon Staley era, it just felt like there was no culture. We never knew what this team was. And now we do. We understand that we are a running team. We want to be a physical team. We're great defensively. We're keeping teams off the field. We're able to control and manage the game. We are controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I think that's extremely important. Again, man, the difference between Brandon Staley, where he would have probably won this game, but it would have been closer than it should have been, and the team would have played closer to the caliber of the Panthers, versus Harbaugh has his team prepared, and they went out and dominated today. Well, not today, Sunday. But they dominated the game like it should be. He is not going to lose to teams he shouldn't lose, and he is going to dominate teams that he is much better than. So to kind of see it, to watch Charger games and not be stressed, feels different, man. But it feels good because for the first time in a long time, honestly, man, it's nice to not have a heart attack every week in and week out, to know that we can beat the teams we're better than. And to know now that the Raiders were able to beat the Ravens makes me feel better about this team, because the Raiders may be better than we thought, or the Ravens are not as good as we thought. One of the two are true. Either way, it works in our favor because we play the Ravens this year. But if the Raiders are better than we thought, that means that first week win means even more for us. So, look, man, I'm excited for the season. More now, seeing the way this team is producing, seeing all of these players that are really working together, the camaraderie between this team, seeing a lot of players that we kind of counted out, or a lot of kind of unknown guys, like Molden coming in with the interception, Quentin Johnston playing out of his mind. I mean, it wasn't like he didn't get 150 yards or anything, but the fact that he's getting more open, and that he's being more aggressive at the point of catch. And people are still riding him, man. But you know what? I think this is amazing for Quentin Johnston, right? People continue to grind him because of last year. And I get it. He's not perfect. There was a play where it's he didn't turn around for Herbert to try to get that first. But you know what? Week 1, he showed up. He showed that he got better. Week 2, he improved once again. And this is what you want to see. And honestly, I think sometimes people don't take into account how hard it is to come back and be good again, not only from having the pressure of being drafted in the first round, but after struggling as much as he did and hearing as much, negativity from the Charger fan base, the just the NFL fan, media in general, to hear all of that negativity and come in, be confident, and come out and play better and improve, that's all I can ask for. QJ's coming in and he is improving, and that's all I needed from you, man. And I can't wait to see what you could turn out this year. Maybe you continue to improve game in and game out. You could still maybe be a true number 1. I was looking at you more as a playmaker now, but that may not be the case. To see some of the catches you made, you can make some big plays. You know what, man? I'm excited to see what you can do. But to see the locker room get so excited for QJ for the 2 touchdowns and the way he played, man, I think that was amazing. Again, it shows the camaraderie of this team in the locker room and how much they believe in each other. So I wanted to point that out, man, because I know there's still people riding QJ, and I'm like, dude, people don't get how hard it is to make a comeback, especially when your confidence can get shot. So for him to come out and improve and be effective, hey, QJ, man, hats off to you, brother. I hope you continue to improve. I want you to be the best you can be and to produce at that round 1 pick that you were taking at. So, I wanted to bring that to light. Second, man, I didn't want to get, this is going to be more of a Panther segment, but I gotta feel bad, man. I mean, the Panthers, I think, might be I think might go 0-17, man. I just don't see it. They just benched Bryce Young, and as much as I hate to say it, because some people are making a lot of excuses for Bryce Young, I get he's not getting put in the best situation, but it's clear as day, man. This kid does not pass the eye test. He is awful out there. He looks lost. He looks like a deer in headlights. The pick that he threw, I don't know what he was looking at, man. There was not one point in that route that Johnson was running that he was open. It didn't look like he was even going to get open. So, and it was in double coverage. So I don't know, man. Excuse me. I'm just a little lost in, like, you know, what's going on over there in Carolina. But look, I wasn't a Bryce Young believer from the beginning. He just seemed too small to me. He's not accurate. I mean, especially from what I've seen in the NFL, not accurate. He's not extremely mobile. I feel for the kid because he seems like a good kid, man. But I think the Panthers are gonna have to just hit that reset button, and it's gonna hurt because they still got, you know, draft compensation that they gave up for him. But this is bad, man. This is bad. Anyways, good luck to the Panthers and Bryce Young. But Jesus. I think he might be considered a bust at this point, man. I don't see too much positive in this for him. But I don't know. Maybe if he gets traded to a different team, he can turn it around, a better organization. But yeah, that looked bad. That's so, like, with that said, it's like the defense played it great again, lights out. They were keeping them off, taking them off the field on third down. It was great what the defense was able to do. But like I said, it's kind of hard to gauge this one. Last two, because the offenses haven't been so great. But, I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from the defense, man. They played great. They did what they were supposed to do. But, you know, yeah, like I said, that Carolina Panther offense is just abysmal. I mean, the fact that this kid completed 18 passes for 84 yards is insane. I don't even know if that was possible. So, yeah, man, great job by the defense. Deion Henley, man, what was it, 12, 11 tackles? Jesus, man, good for you. I think you are going to have that breakout year. Molden getting that first pick. Bosa getting another sack, even though I think Young ran into him. But either way, I'll take it. I still believe we are going to be a top 5 defense. But yeah, man, it's been tough. That was a tough offense to watch by the Panthers. But, you know, going to our offense, man, it did get better. I will say that. Like, our offense finally looked a little better. Again, it was a little more rhythm. The running game was effective. J.K. Dobbins, once again, please stay healthy, brother, because you will be a top 5 rusher if you stay healthy, and I'm hoping for it. So stay healthy, man. I think you got this, and you're going to be the player that everyone knew you were. So, and I think, man, if he continues to play like this, why couldn't he be, you know, comeback player of the year? So I think he'll be up for that. So let's go, JK. Stay healthy. The run game was great. I think you are our number 1 running back at this point because Gus Edwards is cool, man. I just think he's more of a goal line back. He doesn't seem explosive to me at all, and I feel like he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage pretty often. So for me, man, JK, you're the number 1, man. I want to keep seeing that. But in terms of the passing game, got a little better, like we were talking about QJ. I don't understand why Ladd McConkey doesn't get more, balls thrown his way, because he seems like he gets open. And he seems like he can make guys miss, man. I like that. Why don't we put this guy in more opportunities to make plays? So that's something I kind of want to see going forward. When it comes to Herbert, man, look, he's doing what he needs to do. He's being a game manager. It is weird to not see him throw as often or to, you know, have those numbers. We're winning games, so I'm 100% good with it. But he still looks a little off. Like, I still feel like he could make better decisions. That interception he threw to J.C. Horn, that was bad, man. That was bad. Seeing that play was really bad. I don't understand why he threw that. I don't understand what he was looking at. So I'm going to leave that to rust. I still think this offense needs to gel better. But we have a crazy test next week when it comes to the Steelers. So I'm hoping that Herbert and this offense can continue to get rhythm. But next week it's going to be really hard to do that. And I feel like next week we are going to have to rely more on the pass. Because if I was the Steelers, I'd probably be crashing that line of scrimmage, forcing Herbert and this offense to get something going through the air. Because the run game, we are dominating. And I don't know if we are going to be able to do that against this Steeler defense. And we have two good defenses coming up, right? We still got the Chiefs coming up the week after that, and they have a great defense. So we need to figure out how to move this ball efficiently, not just through the ground, but I think being able to figure that out through the air is going to be extremely important. So I'm hoping that Justin Herbert can start rubbing out more of that rust off and that we can actually get ourselves ready for the Steelers, right? Because offensively, I don't think they're very good, and I think our defense is going to be able to hold their own, but can our offense do what it needs to win the game? And, man, I'm super excited to see that because, you know what, even Harbaugh was talking about, like, let's see where we stand because we do have a true playoff opponent. We do have a great head coach in Mike Tomlin that I will never doubt because he always gets his team to the playoffs regardless of the talent around him or how his offense is performing. His defenses are always legit, and you know what? We are in for a test. We are going to have to play TJ Watt, man. Another great test for Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. Can Herbert be able to make things happen? Because I think that's where the biggest difference is. I think that our defenses, it's going to be a grinded out game, but I think our defenses are going to get the job done. But at the end of the day, I'm choosing Herbert over Justin Fields. I think Herbert will make the plays that we need for this week for us to win the game. And you know what? I already made a bet on that. So I pick us to win, man. I think this is going to be a grinded out game, 17-14. But come on, man. Let's get this win. I think it'd just be such a beautiful story. If the Chiefs go 3-0 and we go 3-0 and we come back to LA to play the Chiefs, to battles of the undefeated, and we can look, man, even if we lose the game, even though I'm not counting on that, to know that we were able to put up a fight and be 3-0 to start the season with the lack of talent that everyone says we have, I think will be a great story for the NFL. But if we can somehow win, man, and go into that bye week 4-0, knowing that we took down two playoff teams, our division rival, and will be number one in the division, I think the confidence in that locker room will be insane. So, you know, I'm hoping for something great there. Anyways, man, look, we will talk about the Steelers game a little later. But right now, I think we should all be feeling good, man. I think the Chargers are building a great culture, not just on the field, but off the field. It looks like a great team that's really gelling together. And we gotta win against a team we should have won. We should have beat. We did it. We cleaned house. 26-3, man. We made that team look pretty bad. So we got a playoff test coming up, and let's go, man. Let's go. This team will be an 11-12 win team if we stay healthy to a certain degree, because the NFL is getting beat up with injuries right now. But okay, we'll talk about that soon, man. Anyways, I just wanted to give out my thoughts for this game and what's to come. But we're gonna keep gelling, y'all. We're gonna keep getting better. This team is going to be better than expected. The only thing I think we're waiting for, and something we need to happen, is this offense need to get a little more consistent. I think with Herbert, these are gonna be his stats around most games. But could we be a little more efficient? That interception, I hope gets turned around a little bit. But I like the way how we were throwing deep, hit in the middle. Can we get a little more consistent? Can our tight ends be a little better? As pass catchers, they're doing great run blocking, but can we get them more involved in the pass? That's the only thing, man. I want to see a little more consistency with the pass. I feel like right now, when Herbert drops back to pass, it's just not. I'm not really like. I don't know. It doesn't scare me yet. It just feels like that part of the game has not been figured out, but it will be, and I feel confident about that. So, you know what? Herbert will figure it out. Oh, one more thing that I thought about. Herbert, God damn it, man. If you run, but God's sakes, man, just slide. There was a few hits that you took that you really didn't need to take. Look, I like you, Herbert, but I don't know if you have that, like, drop the shoulder Josh Allen feel to you. Because, man, I can't have you get hurt this year. So just slide, brother. Just slide. Anyways, man, I had to get that off the chest because I swear, every time he runs and he tries to take on tacklers, man, it just gives me a heart attack. I would rather us end up having to punt the ball than you running and taking a hit that you don't need to take and possibly getting hurt. So just slide, bro. Anyways, I'll see y'all for the next video talking about the Steelers and everything. So see you guys then. Peace.